Okay, today we're going to be running the second part of the search program. We ran the first part a few days ago where we got told us about all the errors that we have, and I think that we've corrected all of those errors. So now we're ready to move on to the second part of building the search engine. Let me just mention that Chrissy had suggested that we sometimes the cursor is hard to see as I'm moving around on the screen, so we hope that this cursor will be a little bit easier to see. Um, to remind you, we're going to open up the command prompt. I'll come down into the search bar and search for the letters CMD, and it should find the command prompt, and I'll click on that. And I want to move to the Python 27 directory. That's CD /Python 27 and enter. And then we'll run the search program. And if all goes well, we won't find any errors. Let's find out. Python search the mcp.py. I didn't see anything popping up as we were running it that would tell us about HTML errors. I'll let it finish here, and then I'll scroll up and verify that. Okay, let's scroll up just a little bit and see if it alerted us to any errors. Nope, everything looks good. So no HTML problems. Now we're going to navigate in File Explorer to today's date under Python 27 MCP. I'm sorry, under Python 27 data. There should be a folder for today's date, and there it is. That's today's date. I'll click on that, and still got a problem in anomalies. Let's see, Secret Wars 0/2. Now, I'm not sure offhand what the problem is there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this recording, and I'll correct that error and come back, and we'll again hopefully not have any errors. Okay, I'm back now, and I think first of all let me show you what we were looking at. This is the anomalies file that it generated, and as you can see, it still finds an error here under the, this is the on the alternate one page. The character is Spider-Man Peter Parker, Earth 7642, and this was a correction that we made from the previous search. This is where it found, what was it, Bruto 790 or something, and we discovered that that was actually had been reprinted in Secret Wars 0 as the second story, and I just in the entries I just put Secret Wars, and that's the wrong code. It should be SECWARS. So I've corrected that. I have uploaded the correct version, and now we're ready to try again. But before we do that, I'm going to delete the folder for today's date. It'll regenerate it when we run the search program again. I'll rerun the search program. And again, since we made a change, there were no HTML errors that went by, but we did make a change. Once I get a response here that the program is finished, I will scroll up and make sure that there were no errors. I'll show you that. Here we go, scrolling up. No errors. that's where it started. This up here is from the first time we ran it just a few moments ago, but still no HTML errors. Now let's see what happens if I click on the folder for today's date, and my anomalies file is 0. So we have no anomalies, no problems. Everything is ready for us to enter things into the database on the website. Now, how are we going to do that? Okay. The next step is to use FileZilla to upload one of the files that the search program created. This is the comics autocomplete JavaScript file. This is the little file that helps when you're typing the name of the book that you want to search. It kind of looks ahead and pre-fills the issue number of the book, and that goes in a particular directory on the website. I'm going to use FileZilla, and you can refer to the tutorial on FileZilla for how to get around in here. I'm going to go to the chronology project, and let's see, we're looking for the autocomplete folder. I'm going to double click on the autocomplete folder to open that up on the server, and I want to upload the file comicsautocomplete.js. So I need to maneuver over on the left hand side to get to my Python file, data, today's date, and there it is, comicsautocomplete.js. I want to upload that, and it's going to ask if I want to replace the file that's already there. Yes, I want to overwrite it. Okay, now we're through, I think, with for the time being with FileZilla, so I'll get out of that. Now we want to go to the database in on the actual web server, and I'm going to log in to the cPanel on HostGator. And we're looking for databases PHP MyAdmin. I'll click one time on that. Now, I only do this like once or twice a year, so bear with me as I kind of refamiliarize myself with this. There are 3 files that we want to import to the search database, and those 3 files are actually broken down into multiple files. There's the figures, the comics SQL, and the comics full name SQL, and we'll go through and do each one of those. I want to first call up the right database. That is the MCP search. I'm going to click one time, and here are the 3 files that are in the MCP search database. Okay, give me just a second now. Okay, let's look at the files on our computer. You'll see there's one, the full name is in 1 file, the figures are in 3 files, and the comics are in 12 files. Now, as we add more appearances, these numbers will grow. Figures will eventually go to 4, and the comics file will eventually go to 13, 14, and on. You can see that there's 5 megabytes for each file before the search engine creates another file, and we're about at the limit on SQL12, so it won't be long before it's creating a 13th file. The important thing here is that these files have to be uploaded in the numerical sequence. You have to start with 0 and go 1, 2, 3 on like that. That's just, you have to do that. I'll start with, I don't think it matters whether you start with the full name file or the comics set or the figures set, but we'll start with the full name. Let's see, and I'm going to go back to PHP My Admin, and I have to be very careful here, so I want to make sure that I'm doing it right. I'm going to click on the Import tab, and I'm going to browse my computer to choose a file. Click on that button for Choose File, and we will navigate. It's C:, Python 27, data, today's date, and MCP comics is this one. That's the one I want. No. I'm going to do comics full name SQL number 0 and click on open. That's good. I want that to be checked. That's good. That's good. That's good. All this is good. Just click go. And we're just going to wait. You see the spinning dial here. Please be patient. The file is being uploaded. And we'll wait for it to respond. It can take up to 30 seconds when we get to some of the bigger files. Import was successful, and that was comics full name SQL 0. Now we're going to let's move to the one that is 3 files. One at 3. Let's see. Yeah, figures. So I'm going to click on Import, choose File. I'll scroll down to figures, and remember we have to go in order 0, 1, and 2. So I'll choose 0, open. All this is good. I'll just click on the go button. Please be patient. Well, I think it told me okay. It did tell me that everything was successful. Okay. Import. Choose file. I've done 0. Now I'm going to do 1. Figures SQL 1 and open. And at the bottom I'll click on go. And again, some of these bigger files, it can take 60 seconds for it to upload into the database. That was number 1. We did 0 and then we've done 1. Now we'll do 2. Import, choose file. I'll scroll down to figures SQL 2. And this is about half as big as the other, so shouldn't take quite as long. And go. Give me something. There we go. Okay, now we're ready to start on the big one. Import, choose file, and because there are so many of these, and I'm so nervous about um, skipping one or maybe doing one twice and messing it all up, I'm going to create a little text file here to help me remember what all I've done. I'm going to, in the text file, I'm going to say 0 and click on 0 and open and go. Successful. I'm going to call it my text file, and now I'm going to import one. Import comics 1. Go. Most of your time here is spent just watching and panicking and going back and forth. Oh my God, did I upload the right thing? Import, choose file. I'm going to say 2, comics 2. Go. That wasn't too bad. That was pretty quick. That was pretty quick. Did we do something wrong? Import, choose file. I'm going to bring this up in 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. There it is. Open. Go. I guess if you mess up, the worst that can happen is you just go through this process of uploading all the files to the database again. That's, not the end of the world, I guess. I don't know. Import, choose file. Okay, this will be 4. There's 4. Open, go. Okay, 4 was good. Import, choose file. 5. 5. Open, go. Oh, I bite my fingernails every time I do this. Import, choose file. This will be 6. There's 6. Open, go. 6 was good. Import, choose file. This will be 7. There's 7. Open, go. Seven was good. Import, choose file. 8. 8. Open, go. You can use this pause to make note of all of these entries. I don't ever change these, so this must be the default, and it's what works. But if you should ever go in here and one of these are different, just take note of what they should say. Import, choose file. 9. There's 9. Open, go. I guess if anybody's going to the search engine right now, I've never tested this, but it's probably giving them all sorts of wonky responses. But it only takes 10 minutes to get everything working again. Import, choose file. 10. Open, go. Import, choose file. 11. Let's get another sense of. There's a total of 12 here. I'm going to choose 11. Open, go. Like I said, there's 12. There's a total of 13. But because it starts numbering at 0, it shows the number 12 is the last one. We are doing 11 right now. Import, choose file, and just for my anal retentive side, I will say 12 there. Comics 12, open, go. Okay, let's see what we've got. I'll go to chronology project, search the MCP, and I'll do the what is this, control F5. Is that it to clear the cache? Let's try ASM3. Okay, I like that. It's 1. Yeah, it's remembering a lot of the things we've done. Let's try 11. Oh, looks beautiful, doesn't it? Okay, looks like it's working. There's one more thing we have to do, a little bit of housekeeping. This right here, last updated on February 27th. I need to change that. So that file I'm going to use, as I say, I use WordPad. You would probably, I would recommend Notepad++ or something like that. Uh, you've designed your own website, so you use what's best for you. I'm going to use WordPad. Open. Let's see if I can find where it might be on my computer. I'll go to the E drive. MCP. All documents. Do we have search the MCP here? There it is. Yes, last updated on February 27th. So I know this is the right one. I'm going to open that and find in here. Don't mess with any of this. This was originally provided to me by Jimmy Peterson. Let's here, right here. Last updated on Sunday, June 25th, 2023. Save. I'll get out of that and I will go into FileZilla. I had mentioned that for the time being, we were through with FileZilla, but we need it again. I'll click on the Site Manager, Chronology Project Connect. On the left-hand panel, I want to navigate to my E drive, because that's where the file was kept. MCP. There it is on the local drive. Now I want to make sure we're putting it in the right place on the server. Is it here in the main public HTML? There it is right there. So yes, it goes into the main public HTML file this is where you are when you first log into the server using FileZilla. I'm just going to right click and upload, overwrite. Transfer is finished. Now if I go back to the web page and I click reload, should scroll down here and see last updated on June 25th, right? So this is all done. Our search engine is updated. Thank you very much.